Hello everyone and welcome back to the EIZO Cup Quarterfinals and best of 3 match between Na'Vi and Kaipi. Kaipi gonna be on the right side of this game with the first pick, and they managed to take the first game off of Na'Vi in a somewhat convincing fashion. A lot of really big reverse plays coming out from who's playing that? EIZO.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
And we're going to see Kaipi willing to pick up Magnus first again. Actually, I feel like they had first pick last game on the Radiant side. Now Na'Vi looking for their first two picks here. We'll talk about the bands very quickly. Batrider and Phantom Lancer going to be the bands from Na'Vi, and Rubik and was going to be Kaipi's bands, pretty much exactly mirroring last game's, I believe. We'll see if Na'Vi just go with Keeper of Light as well as Nyx Assassin once again, and if their draft ends up looking any differently. But they're going to spend a little bit more time thinking about maybe not committed. And they're just going to go with it. Keeper Light, Nyx Assassin. Here we go again. And this draft looking pretty familiar. Here comes Gyrocopter from Kaipi. Gyrocopter. I don't feel like I've seen that hero recently. Definitely not on a team with Magnus, played by Eternal Envy. Weird. And now let's see, what was their other pick here? Support hero probably? What were their supports? Bane? They picked up Bane here last time?
Reserve time.
I don't know if they'll go for the Bane again. I don't think that pick in particular was really that great for them. Certainly possible they could go for it again just in case Na'Vi try and pull up that surprise. Like his last pick or any other hero. Oh, okay. Let's go for it. Let's go Bane. Na'Vi. Time to pick. What did they go for last game? Nature's Prophet. They're baiting you, Na'Vi. They're challenging you. You want to play a different way, you do it. And they're sitting there, they're thinking about it. They're just going to go with Lifestealer.
Radiant team ban.
Oh, that's the difference. Last time Kaipi picked up Lifestealer and where Gyrocopter was, they waited till the second pick phase to pick up the Gyro, and they went to Lifestealer right away. So it's going to leave Lifestealer in the pool for Na'Vi to pick up this time. So they're going to have that Nyx on their team. They're not afraid of Bane. They're not afraid of Magnus.
Na'Vi's turn to ban.
So we're going to have the same 10 heroes in this game. They're just going to be moved around a little bit. Queen of Pain ban from Kaipi, looking the same. We'll see if it's going to be a ban out of a puck next. Weaver ban from Na'Vi. That was one of their bans last game. Kaipi, just do it. Get rid of that puck. You know you don't want to play against puck. Think of how annoying that hero is for Magnus. You're blinking, you get silenced, and it sucks. And you just sit there looking like a derp. There it is. Puck. Lone Druid. Banned from Na'Vi. Oh, Nature's Prophet. Ooh. Nature's Prophet. So we're not going to see that hero on either team, and Storm the ban from Kaipi. I think that's a very appropriate ban. So Kaipi did the exact same 5 bans in the exact order from last game. Na'Vi have 4 of the last 5 bans from last game. The only thing different is they banned out Nature's Prophet instead of... I don't remember who they banned out last game instead of Nature's Prophet. It was someone who could offlane. Was it Lone Druid? I feel like I said Lone Druid, but I'm not sure now if it was Lone Druid.
Remaining.
So we'll see what they want to go for. It was Lone Druid? Okay.
Reserve time.
And we're going to see a clockwork pickup from Kaipi actually here.
Na'Vi's turn to
For
pick.
pick 4. Clockwork, a hero that I'm really happy to see that we're sort of seeing in this in the metagame, also in competitive teams starting to pick him up. He's a hero I've always been a big fan of, even though he's kind of was underpowered for a long time.
Seconds remaining.
And now Na'Vi looking for their 4th pickup. Still have a lot of options for what they want to go for here. Not sure what we're going to expect to see coming out from them yet. They have the carry and the lifestealer. Nyx, of course, can go mid or be a support. We saw actually Host even playing this Nyx last game. With the lifestealer on the team, kind of expect to see that in the hands of Host. So at least going to have different players on their heroes this game.
Tinker.
Radiant team
Tinker.
pick.
What do I even say about Tinker? Wasn't expecting to see a Tinker pick here. I don't think I've seen Na'Vi really play the Tinker. I'm not sure who's going to pick him up, if it's going to be a Dendi hero or a Funnick hero. But Tinker, a hero that definitely can split push with the best of them. Like Nature's Prophet, that Merchant Machine spam, also very, very effective for turtling. It's hard to really push into that kind of stuff. Tinker's a Dendi hero? Okay.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
And now Kaipi looking for their last pickup. They have the Clockwork offlane, so they're probably looking for another support here. It's certainly possible Gyrocopter could be run as a support. We know it's the thing Eternal Envy likes to do, or kind of invented doing when he was part of No Tide Hunter, but probably you're just going to see that Gyro once again in his hands as a carry. And they're looking for their last pick. Timbersaw got played in a competitive game like last week, and they won. Medusa hasn't been picked, and there's good reason for that. Spent a lot of time thinking about this final pickup. They're down to about 10 seconds left in their final picking phase. They gotta figure this out. Who do they want as their support? And they just end up going with the Lion.
Na'Vi's turn
Not
to
who I
pick.
would have guessed to pair up with that Bane. I think Lena kind of does what Lion does, but maybe better. I guess Lion has some more disables, and if that's what they're really worried about, it can be very good, especially against a hero like Tinker, I guess. Who's probably going to be flipping around.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Now Na'Vi looking for their last pickup. It's probably going to be something to go the offlane, assuming that Tinker is going to be played by Dendi in that mid role, which is what I'm being told by the chat. But I'm not really sure if that is going to be the case. We'll see. It'll probably be given away pretty obviously by this last pickup here.
Lone Druid.
It's going to be Lone Druid, so probably going to be Tinker in the mid lane. There we go. And Na'Vi picking up their heroes basically instantly there. Whew. Of course, there's always one person who doesn't pick up the hero right away. And this time it's going to be Blue. For Kaipi, I don't remember who's their drafter. Why am I blanking on the name? Can't think of the name. Whatever, we'll be in there in a second and then we can go over the players and their heroes very quickly. There we go. I forgot to turn the camera on. On the raid side, we got KP taking up KP.
Prepare for battle.
Pilot Eye going to be on the Bane Elemental Zuzu. on the Lion, Eternal Envy on the Gyrocopter, Arise once again on that Magnus. That leaves Bone to be playing the Clockwork in this game. For the Na'Vi lineup on the dire side, we got Havos taking up the Lifestealer, Kuroki on the Nyx Assassin, Dendi on the Tinker, Puppy on the Keeper of Light, and finally Funnick taking up the Lone Druid.
30 seconds to battle.
Looks like this Bane gonna get spotted out down here, which is a good sign that they're running that tri-lane. However, it looks like they're already going for the swap. Not that the Bane has been spotted, they're going to be planning for it. Looks like they're running the aggressive tri-lane with the Nakes as well as the Nyx and the Coddle.
The battle begins.
And Lone Druid's making his way all the way up that top lane. Invisrum going to be spotted out there. So they know there's going to be a Gyrocopter flying around visible. Trying to block that panda as long as possible, but he's eventually gonna. Oh no, gets put to sleep. No steal and creep ways for you, Funnick. Meantime, the Lion support is sitting in the mid lane, taking a lot of damage actually from Dendy, not really stopping him from doing anything. At least not for the time being. And now is going to make his way up towards that top lane to try and get something done. Into Bone. Looks like he's going to be left alone down here against Clockwork. Shouldn't be the worst matchup in the world for Lifestealer. Bone going to be able to do some pretty decent harass with, as he gets some points. In the Rocket Flare, as well as his Power Cock is going to push Havos to burn his mana and just be generally a nuisance. Let's see if he gets some points in Battery Assault as well, and how Havos really reacts to that. It's kind of annoying to spell to deal with. Can also do quite a bit of damage. And looks like the support's now pulling for Na'Vi up in this top lane. With the supports from the enemy team, the whole tri-lane actually rotating up here. Know that they don't really need to sit down and help Havos against solo Clockwork, so might as well just go and get something done on their own up in the top lane. Meantime, Lodro get a couple last hits there. Not really that far behind, all things considered. Only a couple last hits behind Eternal Envy. That flat cannon starting to fly through from him, being annoying. Getting an extra level in Baron Eyes. What is this at level 3? Region we're going to be picked up in the lower river by the Magnus. And everyone's just content to farm. Charlie versus Charlie up in this top lane. But not a lot really going on as a result. Havos getting the best of the farm at the moment. Up against the solo Clockwork, who really can't compare against him. To really do well with last hits, he has to get in melee range, and Havos picking up boots now. Just keeping Bone off. Just keep hitting him. As well as hitting creeps pretty hard, just being friggin' zombie dude. Meantime, this tri-lane's just both sides trying to set up the pulls as best they can, get whatever farm experience they can in these supports. Not really trying to force the fights yet. Kuroki trying to come in to get something done. Gets scared back a little bit. Puppy gonna counter ward, it looks like. Taking out this rune ward up here. And not a ton going on beyond that. Havos continuing to get the best up farm in the bottom lane. Bone rocking some of that battery assault now. Sweet, sweet battery assault. Keeping Avos back, trying to catch him in cogs, I think. I don't think that was an intentional push. I think he was trying to get him stuck in there with him. It just didn't work out the way he wanted. Pilot Egg gonna block that stack. And just standing there.
Haste!
In the goofiest manner possible. Just stand next to the trees on the outside and it'll probably work. No big deal. Meantime, Gyro's starting to catch up in last hits. However, he is facing a hero that is denying him quite a bit. This Clockwork really not getting a ton of denies, but it's getting some last hits as well. Whereas Lone Druid's still seeing only 10 last hits, so really pretty far behind the Gyrocopter in this trailing versus trailing situation up in the top lane. How's Dendy skilling this Tinker? He's got 2 points in laser and 3 points in nothing. So see which way he wants to go, if he's going to end up going for rocket or he's going to get some more March of them machines. I'm going to just pop a laser out there on a rise, trying to keep him back for as long as possible. Meanwhile, bottom lane Bone taking quite a bit of harass once again. Probably going to have to tango up. Actually gonna just bottle Crow as he's a bottle now. So there are gonna be 2 empty bottles on the Crow. The Crow's just gonna be full of bottles. Nope. Hookshot coming out from Bone on Havost. Dealing some damage, but Havost dealing a lot right back with that feast ability. Already up to level only 2. But lets him steal quite a bit of health from the naturally somewhat tanky Clockwork. Doesn't have a ton of armor, but has a pretty good amount of base health as he's a strength hero. It's flying through in the top lane, trying to keep heroes back off the tower. Funky is level 5, so he has those entangling claws up on this Panda Bear. If he gets lucky, it could just lead to a kill. We still haven't seen first blood, so getting those kills does count for quite a bit for a while still.
My woes grow light as a feather.
Bear taking a lot of damage. Gonna be forced back for the time being. Looks like Funny has resum in a couple seconds. Probably just let it take a little bit more harass and just resum it. No, I'm just gonna do it now. Meantime, the mid lane looks like Dendy probably gonna go down. Getting hexed up now. Arise doesn't have any mana for a shockwave. Dendy trying his best to get away. And Dendy gonna get first blood, killing off Arise. And then denies himself to the neutrals. Them plays, guys. Them plays. Dendy using the high ground as well as the laser to make sure Magnus can't hit him. And then able to just deny himself to those neutrals. Just Dendy. Styling on some chumps. In the mid lane. Gets that solo kill. He's up to level 8 now. He is maxing that heat-seeking missile. That's what you need to do to get those kills.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Havost has those phase boots on this bottom lane now at 1100
Dire's
gold
middle
as well.
tower is under
Some
attack.
boots picked up by Crow. And I'm missing Denny get picked off in the mid lane. Bone rotated there. I was just about to look where Clockwork went. And I see, hey, there he is, mid lane, killing Dendy. Fun respawn. Unfortunate for Dendy to lose that death there. Sets him back pretty
Dire's
far since
middle
he's just been
tower
kind
is
of
under
dead for the
attack.
last 40 seconds. Hasn't really gotten a lot done. Every second he's dead is a second he ain't farming for those boots of travel. He's probably going to want pretty soon. He's already rocking the 4 points in both of the nukes, so he needs to start ganking probably.
Dire's
Mid
middle
tower
tower
going to go
has
down actually.
fallen.
Make this pushing a little bit harder than I would have expected. Shockwave, a pretty good ability for pushing. It looks like they're going on Vost in this bottom lane. It's going to rage up as well as pop those phase boots. Body blocks, not going to work on me, bro. And it looks like Arai is going to just give it up even though he has the haste rune. Probably could have lined up the reverse polarity and the skewer there. But not really willing to force it yet.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Reverse player gonna come out on Dendi, and it's probably gonna hit his death. He's wanding up. He still has this missile, gonna pop it on a Rise, but the shockwave is through once again, and that should be the death of Dendi. Maybe not. Rise pretty low on HP. Clockwork gets a kill. Keeper Light, double kill. Not sure how Keeper Light managed to get himself killed. Dendi gonna throw off a laser to farm up a creep, it looks like. So both supports getting themselves killed in that middle lane by the Clockwork Goblin. Pretty bad thing to let happen. Skewer coming through from Rise, just trying to get that kill on Dendi. He's sitting there lasering creeps, doesn't have time to die. And now looks to be heading back. Pretty low on HP, I guess he doesn't want to have to bottle crow twice just to get his bottle filled back up and his health. Meantime, the supports have made their way back down towards his bottom lane, trying to help Vost out a little bit. As the tri lane from Kaipi has made their way down as well, Eternal Envy hanging out. Looks like Vost going to contest this pull. He gets stomped by that centaur. Kind of unfortunate timing, since he probably wanted to eat the centaur. It looks like we're going to Zuzu. He's in a lot of trouble. Dendi going to be able to get that kill with a laser. Beam. Bone. Looks like he's trying to get a line for a hook shot. Doesn't actually have the hook shots on cooldown. Gonna drop the cogs. No big deal. He'll be fine. Nobody can get to him. Too many cogs in the way. Illuminate gonna fly through. Does some damage to the Clockwork. Probably nothing gonna really be resulting from it. Arise trying to get position. Does have that reverse polarity. Back off cooldown. So thinking about going in, but it looks like he's not really in a position where he's gonna be able to get another. Just trying to farm up this stack in the jungle. Catapult stealing last hits. And getting some farm. Still pretty far off from a blink dagger, but he's doing okay. Looks like he's actually going for something else and decides to pick up a magic wand. No, just decides to pick up a town portal scroll. The magic wand belongs to the lion. Seems like he spent more money than that. But alright. Meantime, Druid's starting to get some farm up in this top lane. He has a glove of haste up on that spear bear. Not sure if it's the time we're seeing Midas or if he's going for that armlet bear that we see so many lone druid players like to run nowadays. In the meantime, initiation coming out on Pile Die in the bottom lane. I was trying to go in on Bane. Stuck in a corner.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
And Gyrocopter gonna go down actually from a homing missile. Now Bone gonna go in on a Vost. Rocket Battery still doing a pretty good amount of damage. That Shockwave gonna fly through as well. Bone trying his best. The reverse player gonna come off. Dendi trying to find any way he can. Laser not gonna be used yet. There it is, laser. Gonna go off. Tinker gets a kill on Magus. Keep it alive. Able to call off Clockwork in the meantime. Lion porting back down to this bottom lane. Dendi in some trouble, getting hexed up, getting brain sapped. But he manages to get that wand off, and it's gonna keep him alive for a moment. With this lone druid here and another laser thrown out, it's gonna be a death of Pile Die. Puppy in some trouble with this cooldown being used by Gyrocopter. Unfortunately, there's a lone druid ally here to help him. Getting those entangles up. Dendi doesn't really have the health and mana to do too much down here. It's level 10, so he's got that point in rearm. Can put a point in March of the Machines as well now. So be able to actually start casting that in the ports and lanes. Fortunately, level 1 doesn't do the most amount of damage possible, obviously. Otherwise, leveling the skill would probably be quite bad. Hookshot gonna miss in the mid lane. Looks like Bone was trying to go in on Dendi, not gonna latch it, however. That's gonna be a Dendi escaping back to his fountain to get full up on mana. Looks to be going for that soul ring now. Meantime, the tier 1 in the bottom lane looks to be taking quite a bit of damage. Gonna go down here. Lone Druid getting that last hit.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Big ol' farm. Up to 2300 gold. Beyond that, Gloves of Haste, we'll see what it is. If he wants to go the armlet, he has the money now to pick it up, and actually picks up a Mithril Hammer, so it looks like we're going to be seeing a Maelstrom go over. There's the recipe as well. And he's heading over towards that Roche Pit. Looks like he's going for it. Time for a bear brawl with the big old monster guy. Dendy porting it as well with his boots of travel. And a recall coming out now as well on Kuroki. So all 5 heroes from Na'Vi are going to be here for this Roche fight. In the meantime, Kaipi have 4 heroes up in the top lane, trying to set up some sort of kill on this tier 1 tower. And it seems reasonably well that they're going to be able to get to it. Get it done.
Roshan has
Not the
fallen to
fastest
the dire.
Roshan I've ever seen, but it does get it done.
Dire's top tower is
Meantime,
under
the tier
attack.
1 in the top lane continues to
Dire's
be
structures are
besieged.
fortified.
Homing missiles flying through from Dendy, trying to force them back a little bit just with the harass. Cry is already really low on
Dire's
HP.
top tower has fallen.
Looks like he's going to skewer into the woods and port
Radiant's
out.
middle
Everyone's going
tower
to
is
basically
under
port out.
attack.
Bone, the only one not, and he's in a lot of trouble. Dendy able to get that last hit with those homing missiles, or heat seeking missiles. Charlin be getting chased down by a bear. Dendy ports the bear. I think he'll go for the kill. Unfortunately, Funny already backed it off a little bit. And there goes Bane, killed by a laser. Pew pew. Pew pew pew.
Radiant's middle tower is under
You see
attack.
no guys. Pew pew.
Radiant structures
Pew, pew,
are
pew.
fortified.
Sisu, already below half health.
Radiant's
Can't really do
middle
anything
tower
about it. He's
has
just taking
fallen.
damage constantly from these missile spam as well as the lasers. Coming up from Dendy on this Tinker, and he does a lot of damage. That's kind of one of the benefits of going this build that we don't really see too many teams go for anymore. They seem to favor the Marching Machines for its split pushing ability, pushing lanes, farming, and the like. Everybody's gonna go down. Dendy getting the kill with the heat-seeking missile. Nailed it.
Ooh, they never miss.
Yeah, we can take a look at graphs. F7, that gives us experience. It's about 10k in favor of Na'Vi Gold. A little bit less than that, only around 8k. But both graphs favoring Na'Vi pretty heavily at this point. And it looks like they're not going to commit to pushing that tier 2 quite yet.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Just choosing to back off.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And then they go back for it. Here we go. Dendy lasering creeps, no big deal.
Here's the good ammo.
Just wants to get that farm as fast as possible. Lifesteal finally going to pick up that armlet. Not doing super hot in farm, but this have drums up as well as the phase boots. Which keeps him looking pretty good. A little bit behind Funnick in terms of farm. What is he going for next? 2,500 gold, hasn't decided to pick anything else yet. Yeah, wouldn't really expect to see Mjolnir finished here, as the most of the reason you get it is for the active ability, and you can't use it on the bear. And you kind of want it on the bear. Sisu taking a lot of damage just from the March Machine. Finger of Death going to come through, however, and that kills Dendy off. He's able to buy the Blink Dagger before he dies, though, so he doesn't really lose too much of anything. I'm sure that was all reliable. Oh no, not really, actually. Still not losing a ton. Unfortunately, he's dead, however. Probably farming up in the jungle with some Illuminate flying through. Only this one Wild Wing left, and it's going to go down very quickly as well. Now they're seeing this mid lane. Looks like they want to go for a push. Dendy going to be able to port in with those boots of travel on this Tinker in about 5 seconds upon respawn.
Rock it on.
Should be easy for him to just show up. Actually, he's going to port towards the top lane and try and stealth this push for probably die. Immediately blinking back, just in case anyone else is around. He's getting Fiend's Grip upon approaching.
with flair.
And Na'Vi rotating towards the bottom lane. Maybe hoping to catch someone out. Kuro running around in Vendetta. Not going to really spawn anything. Ends up just using a creep. Because he can. Because he can. You know, 250 bonus magic damage. That's a lot to a creep. With no magic armor. Anytime Pilot dies, just sitting there. Feels like he hasn't done anything in a while. Just kind of standing around on this bane. Maybe waiting to see, to make sure no one shows up to help, or hopes that someone else will show up in this mid lane. So he knows where everyone's at. But in the meantime, he's getting a lot of nothing done. Whole lot of nothing done there. Na'Vi now sitting out in this middle lane. Funny picking up the Hyperstone, kind of expecting to see that go into AC and not the Mjolnir. And in fact, there's a plate mail up on the hero. So we will probably be seeing the AC come out. Pilot Die continuing to sit up here. I'm not sure what's going on with this. And continuing to farm in the jungle. Na'Vi have these supports trying to get any items up they can. Mech is finished by Puppy. As well as 300 gold beyond it. And has a stout shield in his inventory from Host. Just hanging on to that. You never know when you're going to need that back, man. You never know. And everyone just kind of hanging around, content to farm. Na'Vi not really pouring any more pressure on yet. They are ahead in terms of gold, and they're out farming Kaipi in basically every lane. It's looking like they have a lot of control here. The Blink Dagger is going to come out from Karais. It's going to lead to a reverse play on 2, and they're just going to go down immediately. Kuro and Puppy getting picked off.
That was canned laughter.
Fortunately, that is just the 2 supports in the mid lane they get. I mean, it sets up a little bit more space. They don't have to worry about getting caught out by a Nyx assassin or Keeper Light pulling anyone else to the fight, but isn't going to be able to really set up any particularly great map control games. However, if Favos is sitting in the mid lane just trying to farm after that happens, now as the Fiend's Grip coming in, then you kill off that creep probably. Favos just turning around going for it. And it looks like the TP is going to be cancelled from Dendi actually. Okay. So Favos going to go down the mid lane. 4 heroes coming to that. I'm kind of surprised to see Favos just sitting there farming right where his supports just died.
And it's off.
Maybe figured they left by now. Yeah, no big deal. Rise trying to get some farm in the bottom lane. Let's see how the graphs look after all these ganks started going on. 10k the experience, and about 11-ish, a little bit more than 11 in favor of gold. Both going the way of Na'Vi. They pulled it back a little bit, but it's not doing really a ton, even with those kills. Because they still have heroes like this Lone Druid, like the Tinker, who are constantly farming. Plate Mail is on the bear now, and Lone Druid getting ever closer to having that AC. And that's going to make that bear really tanky, as well as that armor reduction aura being a huge deal in these fights. Whenever they want to try and be able to kill off these built towers, the barracks even, if they want to push through. And the armor reduction, it's pretty nice. Killing buildings faster.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Meantime, the hookshot gonna fly through, lands on Havos. Reverse play gonna catch on Kuro as well as Funny. Gonna skewer them in. Funny taking a lot of damage. Looks like he's gonna go down. Havos, the only one really left alive in the midst of this fight. Probably trying to run away. It looks like Havos gonna go down as well. Tries to port out. Pilot Edge just gonna be forced to use a Fiend's Grip, but that's another kill. So 3 kills once again going the way of Kaipi. They do lose the clockwork.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So another team fight won by Kaipi. Let's see if they can make something a little more large in terms of game control happen with it. All the lanes constantly on their side of the map, so even though they're winning these team fights, they're under their towers. And that's in every lane. They're not able to get anything done with it. Eternal Envy trying to push in this top lane, getting close to having that BKB, only 1,000 gold away. Not sure exactly how much he needs it. I guess if we get in a full-on team fight where Na'Vi don't just let themselves get hookshot and then reverse polarity and all the other bad things that can happen to their team. Maybe it would be useful. As you probably don't want Tinker just kind of laying into you. His Boots of Travel, Blink Dagger, Soul Ring, and now an Ultimate Orb, so looks to be going for that Scythe of Eyes next. Should be getting pretty close to it. Hopefully he can get there soon. Meantime, Kaipi, there's a Blade Mail actually picked up on Clockwork Goblin. And not much of else anything on anybody. Of course, that Blink Dagger has been up on Magus for a while. He picked up a Drum Band as well. Then he's getting hookshot. The reverse player you're going to catch on 4 heroes once again. Fortunately, this time there's no follow-up whatsoever. They're able to get away. With the heroes, they reverse polarity. The Fiend's group coming out of Vost, but he's going to get stunned up by the Impale Tinker, able to kill off Clockwork, Lifestealer killing off Bane. Now chasing down Eternal Envy. He's on the run. Earthspike going to come through on Funny, trying to get him out, and he's going to be able to get out. No roots coming out there from the Lone Druid, trying his hardest to kill off that Gyrocopter, not able to get it. And now Na'Vi, after killing off those 2 heroes, look like they're going to push into this mid-tier 2. Starting to lay into it, it's going to go down very quickly. It looks like Rise is going to be killed off as well. Dendy getting that last hit, I think was March. Earthspike coming off from Zoo. Starting up a couple heroes, but there is a bear hitting their tier 3. Looks to be running away now. And Tavos going to port out. So it looks like they're going to get up the push, content to take the tier 2 and hit the tier 3 a little bit. And another Roshan gun to spawn. So Na'Vi going to go for it once again. They get spotted out by that rocket flare coming out from the Clockwork Goblin. Looks like Kaipi do want to try and contest this. They're already on their way, smoking up. Gotta throw another flare, make sure that they're still there. Havos going to get pulled in by the recall from Puppy. Puppy going to get caught. The hook shot now is trapped in Cogs. Is going to go down right away. Pale comes on Pilot Eye, trying to get the kill on him very quickly, and there's a Hex on Havos, keeping him off of him. Bane going to be able to go away. In the meantime, Lodro able to finish off. Roshan picks up that Aegis. So they end up trading Keeper of Light's Life for Roshans. Not the worst trade Na'Vi will have ever made. Of course, they would have preferred it that they didn't have to make any trades at all and just could have taken everything. They're going to have the Aegis up on the Lone Druid once again. It took a lot of spells the last time to take him down. And now, with that Aegis, that second life, it's a pretty big deal. Sanj and Yasha actually picked up by Havost here on the Lifestealer. Their heroes just kind of hanging out in the fountain. Gonna infest into Kuro, who is now porting towards the bottom lane. Looks like he wants to make something happier. Gonna pop the Vendetta. And let's see if he can spot anyone out. He's wandering around trying to find anything that he can. And looks like he's going to be running into the Lion. Lion will be going down here.
I will have my revenge.
Nick's just blinking in to set up that kill. Wanted to make sure he didn't get away, walk out of it. Anything that calls out being used near the raid secret shop. They're going on Eternal Envy. The BKB is there. And he's not going to be able to get entangled up again. These entangles just not coming for Funnick when he needs them on these porting targets. Not coming for him. In the meantime, it looks like Na'Vi are going to push into this last tier 2 in the top lane. And I'm not sure what Kaipi thinks they're going to be able to do about it. They do have the reverse player, they do have the hook shot. We saw them last time be able to take a pretty big fight, one of many, on the backs of those abilities. Or this time they have a bear with
Radiant's top
Aegis,
tower has
and he's just
fallen.
gonna kill your towers. In fact, does kill their towers. Continue to hang out, trying to get anything you can. There's a basher up on the lone druid now. Starting to do quite a bit of damage and has that second chance to ban now, or bash now. There's a lot of disables and also going to help him stop that stupid gyrocopter from getting out of his bear claws. His bear grip. Over and over again. Meantime now Dendi has finished his Scythe of Ice, so that's a big pickup for him. Doesn't quite have the mana pool to obviously support that infinitely, but it does do quite a bit. Need to have a fight going on in the mid lane. Havos going to be taken down right away. First player coming through once again, going to pull Puppey in the fight, but Sliked, or go, Bone goes down. With the rocket spam, Eternal Envy taking a lot of damage. The laser going to be there as well. They need to get him down, and another rocket not going to quite land. Dendi out of mana. And Kuro going to be able to get the kill. Zoo taking some damage from these merchant machines trying to do something, but it looks like Gyrocopter going to be able to finish off Nick's assassin there, and that's going to be it for that team fight. A lot of kills being traded. But everyone on the Na'Vi's line pretty much getting away after the initial kill on the Lifestealer. Dendi up to 1,000 gold once again. Fun at continuing to farm this lone druid. There's about a minute and a half left on that Aegis. It's probably not going to be making too much use of it in this particular instance. It does keep him feeling safe though in these fights. And enabled Na'Vi to be able to push up there.
Double damage!
Looks like he finds a double damager in the upper river now. He's going to have his hero hitting quite hard as well. There goes Eternal Envy. Gonna rock the port and immediately gets rooted. Eternal Envy gets in trouble this time. Gonna dodge the call down. It's gonna be his death. The hookshot comes through for Bone, trying to go in at Dendi. Dendi in the meantime able to kill the Magnus off with laser. Immediately gonna buy back. Porting in on the bear. It looks like they're going. Magnus is gonna go down the back of the fight. And Dendi trying to chase down anyone else he can. Gets the sheep stick on Zuzu, but not really gonna be able to do much with it.
Tower is under attack.
Okay. So now here's Na'Vi pushing into the bottom lane. Tier 3 tower. It's gone. Kaipi. Don't have anyone really alive in terms of the heroes they need alive, like the Magnus, like the Gyrocopter to defend this. Earth Spike pretty good, but so is Impale, and Lion gonna die. Onus is coming through, Lion immediately buying back. But one set of racks already down, and now Funny moving towards the top lane. We should only have a couple seconds left. It's literally seconds until that Aegis gets reclaimed by Roshan. But in the meantime, tier 3 mid lane's gone down as well, and now they're laying into this melee racks mid. Shot gonna land this time on Funnick. Funnick gonna get hit by the Finger of Death, and it's gonna be his death. And unfortunately for him, it's literally seconds after the Aegis reclaims. Probably what Kaipi were waiting for. Gem gonna get dropped as well by Puppey on the Keeper of the Light.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Sad we can't use that. Oh no. Oh no.
Rock it on.
Oh. Did he kill it now? Where did he put it?
Flares here.
Oh, there it is. So I think Puppy was trying to deny his gem and instead dropped his mechanism. Yeah. So that's a thing. What? You just bought another one? What the hell? I have no idea what's going on in this game anymore. Because that's his mech, but that's his mech. Guys, double mech. Okay. You just gotta accept it sometimes. You gotta roll with these punches. Sometimes you drop your mech and you're like, damn, better buy another mech. Yeah, so Na'Vi looking like they probably want to push up this top lane and take out the last level 3. Let's say level 3, tier 3. Sure, Na'Vi has a haste rune up right now. Funnick gonna get pulled in by a skewer. Already taking a ton of damage. It looks like he's gonna go down. Lifestealer was able to kill off the Magus in the meantime. Bone going to be able to land that hook shot, but not gonna do a ton. Chieftain comes out. Anzu, it's going to be his death. Bone getting chased down by Havos. There comes the open ones. It should be the death of Clockwork as well. They didn't buybacks on anybody. There's on the Bane. Okay, but Lundrew going to buy back. He gets back to the fight now. No bear though, unfortunately. No bears. No bears allowed. First spike going to fly through from Zazu, but that's not going to help him. It's going to be his death, it looks like. Finger of Death actually comes out from him. It's undeadly, but doesn't seem to do too much with it.
My hands are tied.
Pew, 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 pew.
That's GG's going to be called. This game going to go Na'Vi to tie up the series 1-1. Which means we're going to go to a game 3. And we'll wait a second for everyone to play or exit out here. Go fast for the last.
Radiant's middle barracks is fallen.
Sup.
Radiant's middle tower.
Probably should go pick up his mech. Kuro's going for it. No, he's just gonna die. He dropped his gem. Okay. Where's Puppy at? Puppy, go get your mech, bro. Bro, Puppy, your mech.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's Ancient is under attack. Dire victory.
Okay, well, Ancient gonna go down. Na'Vi take it, tying up the series 1-1. And once again, my name is Knaz. This is a quarterfinal match between Kaipi and Na'Vi in the EIZO Cup. Best of 3 series. It's tied up 1-1 now after game 2. Na'Vi take it in about 36 minutes. We'll be back momentarily for game 3. Thanks for coming. Feel free to stick around.